Hey leaders, thank you for leading this Sunday. It's a Sunday in January. 21st. It's the 21st. Thank you for leading this Sunday, the 21st. And our lesson is on, we're continuing in that 4-part series that Pastor Mark is doing regarding the last part of our Live Your Life series. And so we're talking this week about transformation and about how after we've made the choice for salvation, and then we make that choice that we want to live in the temple, not the hut, right? We want to live lives that are stable and strong and secure in Him. Then how do we start to get rid of that sin? How do we become more like Jesus? And so we're going to do a lot with magnets today. But we are going to start with a video clip from Kung Fu Panda. And then when we start the teaching portion, we're going to give each child a magnet, similar to these, if not these, and ask them to experiment with them, with the person next to them. So each person's going to have one, to see which ends attract and which ends repel. And the ends that attract, they will each put a white dot on, okay? And so they're going to do that, and then they'll use this while we read through the passage for when we talk about good behaviors, bad behavior, what we're doing as Christ followers, what we're not doing. Is it a good one or is it a bad one? So anyway, there we go. That's that. And we'll use those in the lesson. And then for the activities, there's going to be, we're planning to be, I've tested it, but I haven't made it all the way. So I need to do that. A magnet game. So everything's going to be magnet oriented. So in the physical activity, hopefully there's going to be several different sets of games, very similar, probably the same as one another. That's kind of a shooter, almost marble thing. And then it retracts them. They make points, all this kind of stuff. So the instructions for that game are in the lesson plan, detailed out. If the game changes from that one, it will be another magnet-oriented game, and I'll either send you an update or give you an update that morning. In the creative room, and your discussion in there is going to be what makes us attractive to God, and so what makes us look like Him, and what attracts others to God through us. So we can either repel people from Jesus because of the way that we act and we say that we love Jesus and therefore not good, or we can attract people to Jesus. And so we want to talk about that in your discussion questions. And you can even talk about, have you ever noticed that some of your behaviors or someone else's behaviors repel people from church or from Jesus, and that some attract, and have that conversation. The creative group is going to play with different games, like the little fuzzy face from when we were kids, where you drag the magnet and it puts the beard on his face and all that. We have those. We have magnet doodles. We might have some Etch-a-Sketches, things like that. And you're going to have a similar conversation with them about how our choices have impact, and what do we need to do to change our choices from messing everything up. And we're going to talk a whole lot about the Holy Spirit and how this is only possible with the Holy Spirit. Like, we can all choose to be good for a little bit, but we're not going to be able to maintain that. We can't be Jesus good. And it takes Jesus, to the Holy Spirit, to help pull out bad habits and replace them with good habits. So that is where we're going, and that's what we'll talk about a whole bunch on Sunday. So that's the plan. Hopefully it all works really well. Thank you for leading.